Parisian interiors are celebrated for their effortless blend of old and new. A typical Parisian apartment features high ceilings, ornate moldings, parquet floors, and grand windows. These architectural details provide a rich backdrop for elegant and eclectic furnishings. The goal is to celebrate tradition while allowing personal expression to shine through. Rather than bold, saturated hues, Parisian-style interiors often lean toward a soft, neutral color palette, creamy whites, dove grays, and muted taupes. These shades create a serene, sophisticated canvas. Layers of tone and texture bring visual interest while maintaining an overall calm, refined atmosphere that feels elevated yet welcoming. One of the secrets of Parisian design lies in its asymmetry. Unlike rigidly matched pieces, you'll find a room styled with balance but not perfection. A modern chair next to a gilded antique table, or a vintage mirror hung slightly off-center, all add to the casual elegance Parisians are known for. Gold is a staple in Parisian design, but not the flashy kind. Think burnished, aged, or antique gold in mirrors, picture frames, and chandeliers. These warm metallics add a sense of opulence and heritage, recalling the ornate stylings of historic French palaces, but in a more understated, artistic way. Moldings, ceiling medallions, paneling, and fireplace mantels are integral to the Parisian Atelier look. These classic elements add texture and dimension to walls and ceilings. Even if your home lacks original details, you can recreate the charm with DIY panel molding kits and decorative plaster elements. Chevron or herringbone hardwood floors are quintessentially Parisian. Whether natural, stained, or whitewashed, these patterns lend instant sophistication. If wood floors aren't an option, consider parquet look vinyl or tile. Layer with a rich Persian or vintage-style rug for an extra layer of warmth and character. A tall, gilded mirror, preferably vintage or antique, is a must in any Parisian-inspired space. These mirrors often lean casually against a wall or fireplace, reflecting natural light and making rooms feel larger. Their ornate frames add sculptural beauty and a touch of historical drama to your decor. Crystal chandeliers are a hallmark of French decor. These light fixtures add grandeur and romance, whether hung in the living room, above a dining table, or even in a bedroom. Look for antique or vintage-inspired styles that evoke the opulence of 18th century France, even in modern spaces. French interiors often feel lived in and collected, thanks in part to layered fabrics. Mix and match linens, velvets, silks, and cottons in pillows, throws, and drapes. Stick to a tight color palette, but play with textures and patterns to create tactile richness and visual intrigue. Parisian shelves are more than functional, they're artistic. Think open bookshelves with a mix of literature, vintage finds, art objects, and ceramics. The key is a curated yet casual arrangement, where every item tells a story and contributes to the home's creative soul. French homes rarely leave walls bare. Art is everywhere, from oil paintings to contemporary prints. Hang pieces salon-style in gallery arrangements or lean them against walls and mantels. The collection should feel personal and uncontrived, more like a story unfolding than a perfectly styled gallery. Choose seating with graceful lines, think tufted velvet sofas, Louis XV-style chairs, or simple linen-covered settees. While comfort is important, the silhouette should feel elevated. Details like carved wood frames, turned legs, and nail-head trim nod to Parisian tastes without overwhelming the space. One of the charms of Parisian interiors is how they mix furniture from different eras. A Rococo chair might sit beside a mid-century console. This blend creates visual intrigue and reflects a collector's sensibility. Choose pieces with character and let them contrast for that refined yet relaxed feel. Floor-to-ceiling curtains in rich fabrics like silk, linen, or velvet add luxury and height to any room. Mount them high, just below the ceiling, to elongate windows. Opt for soft neutrals or subtle patterns that complement the overall color scheme without dominating the space. Parisian kitchens often balance old-world charm with modern efficiency. Think marble countertops, brass fixtures, and open shelving with copper pots or white ceramics. Add a bistro table or a vintage rug underfoot to bring warmth and an authentic touch of French café culture. A round pedestal table with mismatched chairs, a farmhouse table with ornate candlesticks, Parisian dining rooms are both elegant and eclectic. Add layered linens, vintage glassware, and a candelabra or bouquet for a setting that feels celebratory yet effortless. French bedrooms lean towards soft textures, elegant bedding, and romantic silhouettes. Think carved headboards, vintage nightstands, and flowing curtains. Stick to calming colors, creams, blushes, and grays, for a dreamy, cocoon-like effect that's both indulgent and restorative. Parisians approach bathrooms with the same sense of style as the rest of the home. Marble counters, clawfoot tubs, vintage mirrors, and brass taps transform even small baths into luxe retreats. Candles and fresh flowers are essential finishing touches. The Parisian approach to glamour is always subtle. Instead of glitzy finishes, choose pieces with patina and provenance. A lacquered cabinet, a velvet chaise, or a gold leaf mirror speaks of luxury in a more refined, lived-in way than anything overly shiny or new. In a Parisian atelier, age is not a flaw, it's a feature. Embrace chipped paint, worn leather, and oxidized metals. These imperfections add soul and authenticity. The key is balance. Mix worn elements with clean lines or modern accents to avoid a space that feels too shabby. Maximize natural light with tall French doors, or mimic the effect with full-height glass panels. Parisian homes are bathed in daylight, which enhances their neutral palettes and layered textures. Use sheer curtains to soften the light without blocking it. Even when non-functional, fireplaces are major focal points in Parisian decor. Style them with antique accessories, lean a large mirror above, or fill the hearth with stacked books or candles. They anchor the room with charm and architectural interest. Parisian gallery walls are instinctual, not symmetrical. Mix frames, mediums, and eras, black and white photography next to oil landscapes or modern sketches beside classical prints. The goal is a collection that feels discovered over time, not curated in a day. Stripes, florals, and toile all find a place in the Parisian Atelier. Use them sparingly in pillows, wallpapers, or upholstery to inject charm and history. These patterns evoke the streets of Paris, balancing tradition with artistic flair. A vintage vanity or console with a small stool, ornate mirror, and trays of perfume and jewelry adds a luxurious, old-world feel. It's a space for ritual and beauty, a nod to French femininity and the art of self-care in everyday life. From marble busts to crystal paperweights, decorative objects are key in French interiors. Place small treasures on shelves and side tables to catch the eye and tell a story. The mix should be subtle but curated, each item chosen with care. While not jungle-like, Parisian homes often include a few well-placed plants. A single fiddle-leaf fig, a vase of fresh peonies, or trailing ivy in an antique pot adds life and softness to the decor. Fresh flowers are especially favored, always in season, always chic. Take cues from Paris fashion ateliers, clean lines, elegant fabrics, artistic compositions. Incorporate a fashion sketch, a rack of scarves, or a framed couture print. This stylish overlap bridges the world of clothing and interiors with French creativity at its core. The true essence of Parisian design lies in quiet luxury. It's not about ostentation, but about refinement, comfort, and personal storytelling. Focus on quality over quantity, timeless over trendy. Let your home speak in whispers, not shouts, of elegance. Parisian Atelier is more than a design aesthetic, it's a way of life. It's about celebrating beauty, honoring history, and embracing artistry in everyday living. By adopting these interior ideas, your home becomes more than just a space, it becomes a canvas of haute living, inspired by the timeless charm of Paris.